Welcome to Silver Pros, sponsored by Hero Bullion. I'm your host, Yankee Stacking. I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Silver Dragons.
Hey, what's up? Happy to be here.
Hey, today we're going to be discussing the state of silver stacking 2.0 with Jake Haugen, CEO of Hero Bullion. And I say 2.0 because we've had a neat discussion with him, but we're going to follow up because a lot of things have changed since the last time we talked.
We have to talk about, stacking precious metals with all that's going on economically, politically, in our world. So, lots to talk about. I'm very excited.
There he
Hey
is.
guys, thanks for having me.
Great to see you. Hey,
Yeah.
let's start with you giving us a high level view, 32,000 foot view of what you've seen as a large online bullion dealer over the first quarter of 2022.
We usually experience some kind of a crunch in Silver Eagle supply coming out of the gates, just because there's a bunch of pent up demand. Everyone wants to buy the Silver Eagles, and once everyone gets their Silver Eagles, usually February, March, we roll into a little bit better inventory situation. That is not the case right now. U.S. Mint is on allocations, and they are only offering Silver Eagles to their authorized purchaser network every other week. That plays a big part in the bullion market supply, and it drives a lot of the other availability of other products. If Silver Eagles are scarce, premiums on those go up and people move on to other products. And so that's what we're seeing right now.
I saw that they're not going to be doing the Morgan dollars for 2022. They had initially slated to do one Morgan, one piece dollar, and a proof finish. And now they're saying, we can't source the silver, the planchets for those, but they're still doing the commemorative dollars. So kind of some insanity going on at the U.S. Mint, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say that. Now, the thing to be careful of is to not equate that to a shortage of silver. Everything we're seeing is there is not a shortage of silver. And you said it, SD. The shortage we're experiencing is actually a shortage of the planchets, the blanks, the production, the ability to take the raw silver and turn it into something that you and I want to hold in our hands. That's where we're seeing the crunch right now. And that's what the U.S. Mint has come out and stated. Now, for the last 2 years, they've been saying that they're having issues with production due to COVID, right? And now we're experiencing this. It's the same thing that's going on. We're not getting the silver that is legislated that we're supposed to get. The U.S. Mint is required to produce silver to meet public demand, and that's not happening. And the result of that is these insane premiums that you guys are seeing out there.
Talk a little bit more about the sourcing of this material that we're after, especially in Canada. Are you having trouble getting the metals yourself, especially from Canada?
Sounds like you have been doing your homework, and I appreciate that, Yankee. So, yeah.
I've been suffering. I can't get my last tube of maples, Jake.
Yeah. I mean, and you hit the nail on the head. Silver Eagles are on delay. If we're calling the authorized purchasers, of which there are very few, if we're calling them, they're generally sold demand out, let's say 3 to 4 weeks. Now on the maple side, that demand is pushed out 6, 7, 8 weeks. So in other words, if I call today and place order for silver maples, I have to wait 2 months for them to land at my door. And that's unfortunate.
Goodness. You're
seeing, that's why we're pre-selling maples. And I've talked to you guys about this before. I'm not a huge fan of pre-selling, but people want the product. They want the ability to lock in the product. So we are offering some pre-sales on silver maples. The tight areas are number one. Silver Eagles are tight. Silver maples are even tighter. And I would say sovereign silver in general is very tight.
What is something that you are able to source, you get in stock, and then people are just snatching it up right away?
Yeah, the stuff that's moving the fastest right now, I would say silver bars. We focused really quite a bit on silver bars, and you wouldn't know it by looking at the website because we are out of stock of a lot of stuff. As soon as we get silver bars in, they're gone. We're pre-selling some silver bars even, but some of the biggest sellers is I think of a 10-ounce bar. Let's say I call that, or around here we call that a platform. A 10-ounce bar is a platform. It could be branded in a number of different ways. The platform that's been selling really strong lately is Kilo silver bars, and I love it. I think it's a great product. but kilo silver bars, Germania is one of our biggest sellers there. We've recently brought on the Australian Bullion Company silver kilos, and those are flying off the shelves. We just got a shipment in, and I think we have less than 100 left. We're bursting at the seams getting these in, and they're going out as fast as they come in.
You're looking to the left. Do you happen to have something?
Maybe I do.
Maybe to show us?
So, this is how we lift weights around here.
Wow.
So you have this is what you would maybe call a monster box of the kilo ABC bullion bars. That's how they come. And you get 15 kilos in here, and do the math, 32.15 times 15, and it's close to a monster box size. Weighs about 38 pounds, somewhere in that range.
You must be a strong dude.
Yeah. Wish I was stronger. I'm getting old.
All right. So are there a bunch of new stackers entering the fold?
Yeah, I think there are quite a few. We talk to people all day. We help a lot of people with their very first bullion purchase, and I can't tell you how happy that makes us, because we feel like, you know, they've studied, they're new, they're doing research, and they're choosing us for a reason. So that's really exciting. But there are a lot of new people in the market, and I think what's happening is they are listening, and they're paying attention to what the Fed's doing. They're listening to the news and the financial advisors. And a lot of people are saying to get out of cash, and so they're looking for other places to stick their funds. They want tangible stuff, and they want to be out of cash, because the Fed has made cash essentially worthless. And we're very concerned here about, you know, I think it was a Wall Street Journal article that came out just recently where they talk about Russia and China transacting oil in the yuan. And so that should be a very uncomfortable thing for many Americans to hear, because the world is poised at this point to take the reserve status, the petrodollar, away. And that would be very damaging to the US dollar. There is definitely urgency. We've seen our average order values double. Okay, so that's a big thing. And what that tells me, a lot of these new customers, of course, we pay attention to what percentage of our orders are from new customers, and we look at the order values. There are people who are lifers, who are stackers, who have been stacking for years, and in a lot of ways, they've been preparing for a situation or an environment that we're in, such as right now. Then you have a lot of people who are new to it, who feel like they need to catch up. And those people who are coming to catch up they're coming swinging a big bat, and they are trying to gather as much as they can, as quick as they can. We are seeing week over week just whatever is in stock selling the most of. So right now I know it's Britannias. We're selling the most of Britannias right now, just because they're simply in stock. We do have, you know, we are live on Silver Eagles, but I think we have less than 1,000 Silver Eagles left, and then we're going to be on delay again. So I don't mean to be doom and gloom, but this is the reality of it.
When do you see premiums coming back down again? Like, because we have seen crazy premiums on the Eagles. He's also seen crazy premiums on like Constitutional Silver, and it's a lot higher than I've seen before. So are those going to be coming down anytime soon, or no?
Man, that's really tough. I feel like we're going to be here, you know, for a bit. Back in the fall when we talked about this, I kind of cringed having to say, like, I feel that premiums are going to hold strong. We did see them relax for just a little bit, probably in December, I think it was. But now the premiums are back up. And, you know, inflation is here. When I say inflation is here, you guys are seeing it at the gas pump. Of course, that's always the news headlines, right? You're seeing it at the grocery store shelves, so on and so forth. We are experiencing it here. And inflation in the bullion industry comes in the form of higher postage. Simple things like cardboard boxes went up 25%. Plastic, we use a non-plasticized flip. Our cost of those went up 25%. So I think premiums, these high premiums, are going to be here for a minute. And the thing to always watch, I've said this a million times, always watch what's going on with Silver Eagles. Silver Eagles are incredibly high right now. And once they start to relax, you're going to see other stuff start to relax.
I know we have a lot of new people getting into precious metals. What is the biggest piece of advice you can give to our stacking audience?
Educate yourself. There's tons of information out there. There's good and bad information. And I've seen so many people stumble as they're getting started. So I would rather, you know, study a little bit longer. I know that there's There's a lot of motivation. There's a lot of fear in this market. Study just a little bit longer, survey the field, do your due diligence when it comes to bullion. In our world specifically, you are incredibly blessed because there is a lot of transparency. There's a lot of parity in this industry. And there are also a lot of good places to buy bullion, not just Hero Bullion. There's a lot of good places, companies that will, take good care of you. But look into it and research it and find what works for you. Your goals are not the same as everyone else's goals. And so the answers to your questions are not going to be the same. And you're the one that needs to make those decisions. But thankfully, the information is out there to help you.
Thanks so much, Jake.
Thanks so much, Jake.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you next time on Silver Pros.
Stack like a pro.